Hello everyone, I'm Harshika Narula from Grade 9C, the Lexicon International School, Kalani Nagar. Today I have made a project on web scraping. In this project, basically, we'll be scraping data from a website and then we'll be saving it to a CSV file within Colab. First, this is the website that I've chosen to scrape. We won't be able to scrape each and every websites, but there are a few websites which we can scrape. And I will be telling you how to check if the website that you have chosen is applicable to be scraped or not. Because some of the websites have a safety code which does not allow them to be scraped. So we cannot fetch data from them. As you can see, when we right click on this website and go to inspect, we can see the whole code of this website. Using this code only, we will be scraping it through Python. But instead of getting the code, we will just directly upload the link of this on our Python page and we will be scraping the data. So let's start. First, we will do pip install request and pip install beautiful soup 4. These are two things that we'll be using ahead and I will explain you what work it does. And then we will also be doing some imports including requests, beautiful soup and pandas. Then we will add the URL which we have chosen, which in my case is the Wikipedia URL of the largest companies in India. Next, you have to write this line. Response is equal to request.get in the bracket URL. So over here, response is just a variable that I've taken. You can take any variable. I have taken response because it is the most appropriate for this, as we will be getting a response. The response will be in code, like it will be either 403 or it will be 200. It will be a code. And then we will do request.get. Request.get is a function which is used to get a response or get some input from a value. So over here we have used URL, which is the link of our website. And then we will print response. So you can see I have gotten responses 403. Now how am I to know that 403 is applicable or not? So this response code will tell us if we can use this website, we can use this link for our web scraping or not. So I have this site over here in Wikipedia. It is the list of HTTP status codes. So what we've gotten over here is a status code. So you can see this page looks like this in the starting and then you need to scroll down and you will see all the codes and what they mean. So let's see what 403 means. 403 means forbidden. So this you can say this web page cannot be used for scraping data because it is a website which contains a very sensitive information, as this is the list of largest companies. If you try to do something about YouTube, let's go to YouTube over here and try with the same link if it works for YouTube. So now you can see it says 200, which means that it is okay. As YouTube's code does not have some information which needs to be protected, we can use YouTube to scrape. But since this is a Wikipedia file, it might not be safe to use it. So now let's go ahead. Instead of using this website for understanding if it can be done or not, you can just type over here what does status code 403 means. And Google will directly tell you. So you can see the same thing is said over here. The web server understands your request. So that is why it is allowing me to use it for now, but strictly refuses to authorize it, which means I can just use it. I cannot own it, you can say. And in the next line, I have written, so now as it has refused that I cannot use the site, but I still need to use it because since this Wikipedia site has a table, there are not many sites with tables in it. Like YouTube does not have a table, it only has images and videos and text. But I need to learn to fetch a table and convert it into a CSV file, as datasets are usually tables. So in the end, for this code, our goal is to get a table in a data set so that it can be used as a data set further. Whenever we use a data set, it is always in the form of table because it is easier to understand it then. So now this is a code that is used to convert the response and to let the windows and you can say the website know that we won't be accessing something private, we will just be using it. And then we get the response code as 200. Next, we use beautiful soup to print the data. You can say the code I had shown you right now, it was the code of the website. Now we need to fetch that code. So for that we write beautiful soup. Beautiful soup is basically uh, it is basically a function. From beautiful soup 4 we had imported beautiful soup. Over here 4 will not come. I myself get confused sometimes. And then we will write response.text, comma html.parser. html.parser means nothing but the HTML file, and response.text means that all the responses that we have gotten in this website, which is the table and the small standard appearance, whatever this is written, I want that in the form of text. Next, we have table is equal to s.find. In the bracket, we have table. So whenever we need to find something specific, like for example, if I need h tag, I will write table is equal to s.find, and in the bracket in quotes, I will write h. I will not write these signs which are put in HTML to define that it is a tag. We will only write it in quotes. And then since might be many tables in this there might be many tables in this web page. As you can see, there are two tables. This is one, and this is the other. So now I will have to tell which table I want. And to know which table you want, you have to go over here and inspect. And by scrolling down, you will have to find the table. As over here, you can see that there are a few divs. When you expand these divs, you will soon find more tags. In one of those tags will be a table tag. There are heads, and there are many things in this. So it might take a lot of time. It took me a lot of time to understand which table I needed. And once you get it, you can write the class name over here. And then you can print table. Printing is not an important step, but it helps you understand if your code is going correct. Otherwise, it will give you an error. And then there is column underscore headers is equal to table dot find underscore all th. Now I have gotten the table, but in a data set, is this enough for a data set? If I write this, anybody will get confused. So we need to make the now that we have the data, we need to convert it into a table, into an actual table. So for that, find out, sorry, first we will find out all the th, which are table headings. So you can see over here there are rank and center. And now we will take out these th tags from it. For that, this is the code. It is .text.strip, and it will be in a for loop because there are multiple of them. And right now we might be able to count how many th there are there. But later, maybe there might be 50, maybe there might be 60. So instead of counting each time, you can directly apply a for loop. And then there is df is equal to pd data frame. And in brackets, now we will find out the columns. So now we have defined the columns and we have the index. Next, we will be going to the tr. Now, since we have the headings of the table, now we need the information within them. It will be the exact same process which we had done for th, and we will save both the lists that we have made into a file called df, which means data frame. And then we will print df to check if we have done it correctly. And you can see we have a table over here. Next, you will be adding it into a CSV. For that, the code is really simple. df dot to underscore CSV, and in the quotes, the name whichever you want, followed by .csv. Now, where will you find the CSV file? You will find the CSV file in the files. So you can see I have the largest companies.csv right here. If I open it, I can see it is the same table that you can see over here. So this was my code on web scraping. I hope you enjoyed it, and don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel and enjoy coding. Thank you.